Happy Friday. I'm glad I didn't do anything risque while I was on camera. Sometimes I just take all my clothes off when I'm in my room. Liz, this is not a gremlin, although that's a good guess. This is my boy Freddy Freaker. He's a good man. Just search Freddy Freaker online and you'll find all different kinds of cool stuff. Who do we got? Cisco, Violet, Plot. Thank you for joining me. Finn, Halgari, Violet. I said Violet twice. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another development stream. Got some cool stuff, hopefully, to show you today. Let me, right quick here, check this shit out. Okay, so before I get too ahead of myself, as I'm wont to do, you guys know that we've been working on a launcher, right? The work that I'm about to show you is very much just a concept. It's just something that we've been thinking about doing. I've been looking at a lot of launchers lately as we build it out, just kind of getting inspiration and looking at how they do things. And I was looking at the Black Desert Online launcher the other day. It had kind of this cool character feature. In fact, here I can show you. Black Desert. Pretty sure it'll be the same one. Yes, please. That's not it. This guy, right? Come on, baby. That's my email address for everyone to see. But anyway, so you have this. Let me put in my password here, if I can remember it. Check this shit out. I don't know why I bothered to put it off screen. It's not like you guys can see what it is anyway, but it can never be too safe. Anyway, so here's a launcher. I thought this was kind of a cool concept. I like this character here. You can see his face and whatever. And it kind of got me thinking, what if we could do something similar with the Ultimate Skyrim launcher? And that gave us the idea to have, like, what if patrons had, you know, like the ability to submit screenshots of their characters and then have their characters featured on the launcher. I thought that would be super, super cool. So that's kind of what we're trying to do now. That's kind of the, heckin' good guess, Halgari. It's not, though. God, don't they look like the most modded characters? I swear, Black Desert Online has, like, the gnarliest character models. Most insane character creator you've ever seen. And a lot of the characters do look like straight up CBBE mods. But anyway, check this shit out. This is an early working concept that I just kind of threw together. You can tell it's like super shitty. But I put it together using the concept that Tyler sent me for the other concept he sent me, rather. And I thought that this layout would work pretty well since we get this full... You want to have the full vertical space to show off a character. That's like the thing that I don't like about Black Desert is that, you know, when on this main screen, I think it works well enough, but you only kind of get this like tee up shot, and there's obviously so much more that you'd want to show off about your character, because like dressing them up, it's half the fun. You know what I mean? So yeah, I thought that would be just like a simple, cool thing to do, right? And then you could like feature whoever the you know, the patron is, whose character it is, along with their name. Thought it would be a fun idea, and it's easily scalable too. This is like one of the benefits. So like if you have higher tiers of patrons, right, you can just give them like, I don't know, more characters slots to feature. So I thought that would be a cool idea. I don't know if you guys think so too, but hopefully you do. In any case, there's that. And then the rest of what I did this week, I was working on NPCs more. I had to take a break though. I was getting a little bit burnout on it, just because like I was going over some of the feedback I got in the other video and other videos, and I was kind of looking at pictures myself, and I just, try as I might, I have just like a really hard time justifying some of the hairstyles specifically. It's not that, you know, what's a good way of putting it? There's a lot of the NPC beautification mods that take some liberties with the hairstyles that just don't fit the world. Say what you will about the vanilla hairstyles. I think they look a lot better now with the retextures and everything, but I do think that they fit the world really, really well. There are exceptions. There's like certain characters like Hulda is a good example. In fact, here, let's hop in game so I can very quickly kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about to you guys and give you a sense of the thematic direction that I'm going for. Some of the characters are given I hope I saved where I was before. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered in SSE edit. But some of the characters do have like fancy hairstyles, but they fit. You know, they're things that you could reasonably see people wearing with kind of the style of Skyrim at large. And for the ones that don't fit, I mean, it's kind of what we were talking about already, but I just decided that I'm probably going to crack down a bit more on the hairstyles that are kind of out there for the setting, because just try as I might, I just can't justify it. It's a shame too, because one of the reasons, excuse me, that I like using these NPC mods is that they will spend a ton of time editing the face geometry, right? So you have these beautiful detailed characters. That part's amazing, because a lot of the time, you know, these are followers or characters that are integral to quest lines. So it's really cool when you have these characters with these very detailed appearances. It's just that the hairs will throw things off, and for whatever reason, swapping out hairs in Skyrim and in the Bethesda engine, I don't know if it's like this on like Fallout 4, but it's very difficult. In fact, it's nigh impossible in some cases, and actually impossible in a lot of other cases. In every instance where you know, in every other model in the game almost, it's very easy to swap things out and make it look different. When you're talking about NPCs and hairstyles specifically, it's like hard coded in a way that is just, you can't do much with it. Unfortunately. So in that, it kind of makes things easier in the sense that you have to, you know, if you have a bunch of different possible appearances for an NPC, you just have to choose from the hairstyles that you like. You kind of can't have it both ways, which simplifies things somewhat. But it is a real shame, because you do have to kind of get rid of so many of these really detailed character appearances. You know what I mean? Here, I'll show you a good example. Where was I? This one of these I'm in frickin' the Bannered Mare. There it is. Anyway, besides that, this might not work well, but we'll see. What I mostly have been doing this plot. So sorry. Let me catch up on chat here. Yes, Prince Wolf, I have Hallgarths in here, and it's a good example of what I'm talking about, right? With like a lore-friendly vanilla hairstyle. We see a lot of these people have it. Like, these are all vanilla hairs. This one, that one, that one. I think they look just fitting. This one's not. I believe that Sadia has her own, and it's almost a little weird. This is like, I think Northborn is doing that. Even Northborn gets a little weird sometimes. That's a vanilla hairstyle. It all fits really well. So here's Hulda over here. She is a Baijin NPC. She runs the risk of being a little over beautified, but I think she's fine. And her hairstyle fits the setting. It's reasonable. Other ones you'll have. Someone said it in the last stream. They kind of nailed it, where it's like 80s hairstyles, and it just doesn't really fit all that much. Yes, plot. You have it exactly. So Wyko becomes the base, NPCO. A lot of the other ones, too, are still really strong. Like the Dylan James mods are just chef's kiss. But the rest of them, like Pandorable, Baijin, there will be very rare kind of smattering. So like, this is a vanilla hairstyle for simple children. They fit really well. They fit the style. They fit the theme. And to me, that's like the most important thing. And it really is a shame, because, you know, like I said, some of these other NPC appearances really are really good. Hold on, give me a second. Chat's being annoying here. Let me move. Come on, baby. I swear this pop-out chat is not exactly ideal. And apparently I can't adjust the size of it anymore right now. Why? Alright, fine. You know what I'm gonna do? just going to stick it. OBS, you are not being my friend right now. I can't. Wait, what if I do this? I do this. Okay, here we go. Except for now I'm fucked again. Guys, OBS, normally wonderful. It's not being great at the moment. Okay, there we go. Anyway, the other kind of main initiative that I've been working on this week after I was kind of finished with the NPCs is... Let me turn this down. I can't hear myself think. Is the music too loud for you guys? Let me know how it's going. It's kind of an exciting time right now. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Violet. Hey, Rust, how you doing? It's an exciting time because I get to add in now a lot of the what's going to be just the pure visual stuff. So a lot of this down here. Right now I'm working on the integration of heckin' Equinoctium weathers and then relighting Skyrim ELE. So those are all going to be part of the core build. Basically, I'm setting up the what you might call potato mode. This is our running kind of name for it. I'm trying to add, as part of our performance profiles, a mode that really strips away all of the unnecessary graphics add-ons that we have in there and just makes the game as playable as possible for people who have less powerful hardware. It's tricky because when you have like this performance profile, the potato mode will not have a lot of these visual mods that still have plugins, and it's very dangerous allowing players to use a save that was made with a different plugin assortment, right? That's what the game warns you about. It warned me about that when I went to load my character right there. So the solution to that is to lock saves that are made in potato mode to potato mode, and that's something that we can very easily do with Mod Organizer 2. The rest of the performance profiles will probably all use the same layout of mods, which lets you kind of, you can use your save on any of them, low, medium, high, ultra, whatever you want to call it, except potato mode. Potato mode will have its own isolated saves. So, it's tricky, but I think it's going to work. And for that reason, I've kind of built things out a little differently this time around versus the Legendary Edition of Ultimate Skyrim. So I'm really excited because what I get to do after I finish integrating ELE here is I get to go through all of these fucking... I have some of the visual mods already turned on here, but not all of them. There's a lot that I have just kind of sitting here unsorted, as you can see, and then I have even more in the download section. And I'm basically just going to run through and, see the stuff that I found and that looks good, that can be added with relative ease, and just plop it on there. And I think it's going to be a real fun time. It's always fun to watch the visuals, expand and grow and so on. Thank you, Phoenix, by the way. Let's see here. Commander Perry, that's me. It's my favorite computer game on the Citadel. Oh, wow, is the music too low? Alright, I'll bump it up just a little bit. Also, yes, plot is correct that people probably will. The modders who really care, they can add in their own appearances. They'll know how to do it. Again, as I've said in other streams, the target audience for Ultimate Skyrim really is wide. I'm really trying to make it accessible for people who don't normally mod, who just play games. The sort of person who's not going to know how to do that thing and won't be tremendously interested. And because that's the case, I want the baseline experience to maintain that thematic consistency and immersion above all. If someone has a particular NPC they really like and they know how to mod, they can always go in and change it. But for the vast majority of users, it's like Ring and Finn said, they're gonna probably stick with what they're given, and I want to make it a really pleasant experience for that core kind of group. Obviously, more advanced users still add mods themselves. A lot don't. Exactly that. So with that said, I can't go through and start adding these visual mods really yet until I finish off this guy, ELE. So we can do that for a little bit, and I don't think it'll take tremendously long. So maybe at the end of the stream, or whenever we finish this, we can start throwing in some of these other visual plugins. They need to be organized. They need to be very carefully arranged in order to not step on each other's toes. I think it'll be a good time. Good evening, Sir Donkey. Yes, that is... Wow, South Africa. It is definitely evening for you. It's technically afternoon here. It's 23 minutes after noon. It just occurred to me, I swear to God, that afternoon is like a literal expression. Holy shit, I feel like my mind was just blown right now. How's everyone doing today? Anyone got some cool weekend plans? Oh, it's almost Halloween! Holy shit, tomorrow's Halloween! Happy Halloween, everybody. Fuck, that's depressing to me. Isn't it crazy? It doesn't even feel like it to me. Oh well. My kid is hosting his first party. I'm excited. Hell yeah. Top 3, excluding abandoned prison and announcements channels, are in order. Old Sky General, Old Sky Support, Old Sky Customization. General is on 2 times more messages than support. Oh, interesting, Finn. Can we see that data in the analytics? That's wild. If I see one titty, I'm reporting you to the Twitch mods. So I actually... This is an interesting dilemma. So I found out that you can prevent... the Baijin mods are the ones that add the nude bodies, right? So let's use Holda as another example. Or Lydia. I think she has Baijin too. God, I have hers memorized just because I use her for like all the NPC experimentation. I say that and then I get it wrong. Here she is. So you can see here, this is the Baijin worn armor slot, and this is the mesh that makes her naked. So what I'd been doing with the NPCs that actually are Baijin still is I've been removing that armor record. However, I found that causes a neck seam on those NPCs that is not there if you forward this, which is obviously a problem. So then I went and found a mod that actually edits the Baijin NPCs so that they are not naked. It adds the classic underwear to their models. So in lieu of us making underwear into like a full-on equipable item, which might be the case at some point in the future, I think this will be a stopgap, a suitable one. And I'm also not entirely sure if I'm going to do that with the underwear, because that obviously makes the guide into something a little bit more 18 plus, and I'm not quite sure if I want to do that officially. Excuse me. Never seen naked NPCs with Baijin. I don't unclothe them. I promise if you do, Finn, you will see them. Going to try out Wabbajack Phoenix flavor. Go for it. Watch me die. Let me know how it is, too. I've not gotten to try it myself. What if I like Lydia's hair? How do I disable added hair from mods only for her? You do not, Cisco. Or what you could do is you could go in and go to her record like this, and then, use a different mod's appearance. But this is the whole thing, is you cannot just remove someone's hair or just change their hair and keep the rest of the appearance settings, which is unfortunate, but it is like a hard-coded reality. One of those hard-coded realities for Skyrim. Yes, please. Someone pointed out there that it doesn't even show Black Desert in that launcher, like what game it is. It's pretty funny. Someone in my chat helped me remove nudity from my TVO install. It's very simple. Yeah, I mean, there's always... I figure if it's simple to add it, simple to remove it, it might be one of those things that I let players handle themselves, because, again, I'm not quite sure I'm gonna officially add that business in there. I don't necessarily have anything against it. It's an adult game. But, we'll see. Okay, so I think this is where I left off. I'm hoping. So this is a really fun series of conflict resolution edits. Basically, what you get to do is go through and make sure that the enhanced lighting, lighting templates and image spaces essentially are being forwarded. Also, a lot of these ambient colors are important. That's these guys, the template and the image spaces. But a lot of these already have records in Alt Sky ESP, so it's like most conflict resolution, somewhat tedious. You just do a bunch of this over and over. Fog max, that one doesn't matter. The fog, I want to remain vanilla because I don't like fog, or I even have this mod to remove it in some cases. And you just do this over and over. One thing this did inspire me to do, however, somebody had asked me about this a long time ago, and I thought it was a good idea, was why can you not fast travel from Severin Manor? I'm going to get rid of that edit. The idea of building out a guide of some sort for helping people patch content for Ultimate Skyrim, like comprehensively, I really like that idea. So it's something that I have decided to try and do. And I started here. So essentially I'm just going through and noting, you know, for cell records, like what sort of things do you want to change? And in this case, it would be like you want to forward any sort of lighting from, you know, enhanced lights for E and B. You want to make sure that the sounds of Skyrim sound templates are forwarded. There's not an example of one here, but they probably will see one pretty quick. Just things like that that just help people kind of know that their content has been edited. Here's one. So like here's a Sounds of Skyrim entry that needs to be forwarded. Things of that nature. Phoenix Flavor, great base to build from. Living Skyrim 2.x is the best fully populated experience. I really got to try it. Anyone know a way to get rid of the stars if someone says something bad? Oh, the censorship. Did you see the new mod from Matt? Yes, Rust. That, okay, so for anyone who doesn't know what he's talking about, they're talking about, I can't assume he. Meh321 is a god tier modder. This dude is just like the amount of he generally does like engine fixes. What's a good way of putting it? He does things that like nobody else can do, it seems. There's so many different like mods that he's released over the years that addressed issues with, like he's the one who did like crash fixes, was all him. Maybe even like display tweaks. Him and like Ryan Fudgy Duff, that is. Here's Mez profile. You can see some of the crazy shit. So he's bug fixes, crash fixes. The preloader is him. Fixing lip sync is him. Better stealing. All the many different expansions to the Papyrus scripting engine are him. Better jumping. This dude's just a champion, like a straight up champion. Oh, what was the message? I missed it. Somebody got banned. Uh-oh. Finn, you should be a what's it called? Mod too. I don't know how to do that. I know that Connor is. Anyway, Med just came out with a real game changer, which is the custom skills framework. This dude finally found a way to add new custom skill trees, which is just one of those things that was just hard coded. Same thing like with hair, right? Like you just you assume that, what is it called? Skills framework. He'll just take stuff that everyone assumes can't be changed, and then he'll figure out a way to change it. This one's been a long time coming, I'm sure, but basically we can have new skill trees that don't, like, you know, some mods have tried, like Campfire has a framework for that, which is a, you know, suitable way of doing it more or less, but this is an official, like, add a brand new skill tree. It uses the skill interface. It gets its own background PNG, and it's just really amazing, especially for an experience like Ultimate Skyrim, because I've wanted to add new skill trees. You guys have probably heard me talk about this a million bajillion times, and the fact that we can do it now, it's just a whole new world, really. It's very, very exciting. Sir Donkey, only potential problem customizing Rectificator not being ported to SSE. So I have contacted the Requiem team about their plans. I've not heard back yet. It's very possible they might not want to share their kind of timeline, which I would totally understand. They haven't said that either. I just haven't heard back from them yet. But I would imagine, Sir Donkey, that if Requiem's being ported to Special Edition, that will also include the Rectificator. I don't know why it wouldn't. Let me see here. Skill trees in the post section. Oh yeah, the Bannerlord, baby. Posts? Spell crafting, cooking, survival. Yeah, see, things like this. Oh man. I wanted a legitimate perk tree for these forever, right? Or like religion. It's really like the possibilities are endless. And in response to this, one of the other things I did this week was kind of seriously sit down and start planning out like a potential alternate leveling system. You guys have heard me talk about that before, most likely as well. Probably the way that I would have things work in the future is like this is the kind of idea that I've been toying around with the team, and it's still in the early days, but what makes the most sense to me as of now is to have basically instead of perk points that you're spending to get perks, you'll just spend your skill experience, right? Like perks within a tree will require a certain amount of skill experience from that tree, and you just get skill experience in the tree and then spend it on perks. I think it'll work a lot more intuitively. It's very similar to experience systems that you'll find in other sandbox experiences. Things like, Albion Online, EVE Online, RuneScape, even after a fashion. Black Desert Online is another one. Just something that what it kind of allows you to do is, instead of having Requiem's approach where you have 80 perks that you're gonna get, you're never getting any more or less, assuming you level your character to 80. This way, not only do you have a theoretically infinite progression if you were to spend all the time. Obviously, the higher up your skills go, the more time you have to spend in order to get all these perks and whatever. But it's possible in theory. Essentially what you do is, the time you spend skilling rewards you with more skill experience, which rewards you in turn with more abilities in that skill tree. To me, it's the most intuitive system that I can come up with as of now. It avoids that kind of odd thing that happens in the current game, which is like, where you get perk points based on how many skills you level up. It doesn't matter which skill. And that creates this kind of cheesy scenario where you'll be leveling skills that are completely unrelated to the perk that you want, so that you can get another perk point to drop in. Like, you'll level smithing is the classic example, so that you can get a perk point for like destruction or something like that. You're still, of course, gated by the skill requirements, but it feels a little weird to me. It always has. And in a D-leveled world like Requiem, the only reason that overall character level even matters anymore is because it's your health and your stamina and your magicka is still tied to your overall character level. But functionally speaking, there's almost no point besides that in tracking your character's overall level. You kind of are the sum of your skills and your perks. So I think that is I think it'd be a fun idea, and it would really kind of open up characters to just kind of be anything you wanted them to be. You could have a skill tree for things like cooking. You could have a skill tree for fucking farming. You could do whatever you want, really. It's quite brilliant. Let's see. Oh, hey, CT. How you doing? I don't know why this masterpiece didn't reach #1 in Hot Mods. It's strange. I mean, it's maybe because it doesn't really do much on its own. It's a framework for modders to use. So chances are you'll see, at least I hope you'll see, some mods that utilize this. But you can bet that we're going to, if nothing else. Sometimes people just don't pick it up. This is straightforward enough. Something that kind of is a counter. Sometimes, like, okay, you guys familiar with organic factions, the organic factions framework? It's really, really cool. If you're not. Farm work. So, Ether Dynamics, this guy is a real heckin' genius. Essentially, he's created a framework for you to have legitimate organic factions that kind of do things and grow and encounter each other just irrespective of the players. So this is another thing that I would absolutely love to use in the future. It's like a high priority for me. I can't think of anything that fits kind of the ethos and the design philosophy of Ultimate Skyrim better than this. It's just complex, you know, like to set up an entire faction through the framework. It's not easy. You'd have to spend some time with it to make it good. And I think for that reason, you haven't really seen it take off in a major way because, you know, there's not been modders out there, I think, who have done it. To me, it's perfect for something like Ultimate Skyrim. I think in other situations, it would be, I don't know. It's tougher, I guess. Popular mods update use the framework. Exactly. Yep. So I think it'll be pretty good. Custom skill tree. Like, I want skills for everything, baby. That's how it is in real life. And then you can just, like, it's, to me, and you couple the new skills with the skill XP kind of like currency system. And there's just so much possibility, you know? You can do so many different things. You don't have to worry anymore like you do in Requiem that, like, I mean, the problem, it's not a problem. Requiem's built for this. It's built to have a very select, very particular number of perks, and you're supposed to make careful, weighted decisions about which ones you want. Of course, the issue is then if you have any sort of mod or any change to the amount of perks in the game or what the perks do, it gets very, very hanky very fast because, you know, you have a very finite number of perks and you have to be very careful about where you put them. If you add in a bunch, or a mod that adds a bunch of new perks, it's very possible to design your character non-optimally, and then you're just kind of stuck. I think that a straightforward solution to that problem, and if you want to add more perks and skill trees and whatever, is you decouple perk points. You just make it not a thing anymore. Let the skill experience be your currency for purchasing perks. And bing, bang, boom, you got it. And you can do fun stuff too, like have skill books be like just like a thing that you can study. It gives you like XP bonuses, or maybe you can take a skill book to a trainer, and then you get even more XP bonus for like using it with the trainer. You pay them. Expert trainer gives you even more bonus. You guys see how it can, like, you know, go nuts. Like you can find like it's like, oh, I got a skill book for one-handed here. It's like an excellent skill book. Gives me like a lot of bonus experience. I want to take it to that like expert one-handed trainer that I'm friends with, because not only will his expert training give me bonus experience for this, but also we're friends, so he gives me like a better price kind of thing, right? It's just brilliant. The possibilities are endless, and it's the kind of stuff that I'd really like to do. Before then, though, we get to do a bunch of grunt work. That's the nature of the beast. You got to do the grunt work so that you can do the fun stuff. Oh yeah, athletics, acrobatics. I mean, you could do, what's it called? I wanted to subdivide crafting into other trees too, so it's not just crafting. You know, you have like weaponsmith, armorsmith, things like that. Within those, give each material line its own perks and bonuses. You can do one for farming. I absolutely would do one for farming. That would probably be like one of the first. Cooking is huge. I love cooking. I just ate an omelet before the stream that was terrible, guys. And it wasn't terrible, it just wasn't good. And the reason it wasn't good is because I was experimenting with recipes, and that's what cooking's all about, baby. Give me a skill tree for cooking, you know? It's brilliant. Yes, Ultima Online. Hell yes, CT. Any sort of sandbox experience, it's really what it's about. And the brilliant, okay, it's a trade-off. Having an online sandbox can be fun in a lot of ways, but one of the benefits of having an offline sandbox is that you don't have to balance it against other players. So it's like, you know, it's theoretically possible if you spent however much time you wanted to continue leveling up all these different skill trees, kind of like you do in RuneScape, right? I guess RuneScape is a good example of that because it's all like, as far as skilling goes, it's almost like a single player game in a lot of instances. You're kind of just left to your own devices to skill up however you want. Players can't really fuck that much with your ability to do that, besides, I guess, being in the same grind spots. I guess that counts. But you know how it goes. You don't have to worry about that in a single-player RPG. Farming can be an alchemist-related tree to increase yield. Oh, yeah. Well, so here's the other... shouting should have a skill tree. Absolutely, Sergeant Muffington. So, Rust, to your point here, in a sandbox RPG, the whole point of having all of these different skill trees is that they feed each other horizontally. This is like the fun bit, right? So you want to... Like, you upgrade farming because that increases your ability for yields, you know, or something, and then you can plant alchemical ingredients that you get more of, so your farming feeds your alchemy, using the exact example that you just, you know, had there. Same thing as like farming would obviously feed like cooking, or it could feed like mercantilism, because it's, you know, farming is an economic endeavor. You want all these trees to kind of intersect with each other in interesting ways, so that even though you're I mean, that's a horizontal progression, and to me that's super fun. It's like how Stardew Valley works, or a lot of these other kind of sim games. What it does is it just gives the player this massive toolbox for both gameplay and roleplay. You can do, from a roleplay perspective, kind of almost anything you want and get something for it. And from a gameplay perspective, it just gives you a massive pile of tools for you to try. Like, you set your own goal, and you have all these tools to try and achieve it whatever way you want, and then you get to experiment. It's like cooking, you know. It's like, oh, what if, you know, I'm trying to be a you know, economic powerhouse. Maybe I invest in a farm and use that to get like an initial capital going, and then I use that to invest in like real estate, which I then reinvest back into the farm, and then I hire like workers to go and, you know, connect to like a mine, which allows me to produce armor, some of which I sell. Another kind of that, maybe I take the armor and give it to soldiers and stuff so that they can go conquer other places that will then be like added to my economic empire. Like, it's brilliant. There's just so many possibilities, you know what I mean? Maybe you have a religion skill tree that augments your followers as well as you, so in the meantime you're leveling up your religion, so that when this kind of mini army that you're sending out to go conquer things does that, they get like specific bonuses. Like, maybe you get some sort of specific poison resistance bonus because of your religion or because of your alchemy or whatever, and then that makes you more capable of taking down Falmer caves, and then the Falmer caves kind of geographically determine where you kind of invest in next. You know what I mean? It's like this massive... This is what I just tweeted today, where it's like the idea of adding new content, like adding new quests and new locations. I really do like that, and I think that it can be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to do that. But also, there is a lot of content already in the game, and kind of what you guys might gather is my first priority. I would like to invigorate that content that already exists through well-designed systems and interactions. You kind of breathe new life into those existing locations and quests and content, and just make them way more interesting. What if a dungeon, this was the example I gave earlier, what if a dungeon was not just a dungeon that you ran through like a video game level and got some loot and whatever, and then you're done with it forever? What if a dungeon was like an actual place geographically that had some sort of utility? You could use it as some sort of hideout, or you could connect it to your kind of economic empire that you're growing. You could store things there, maybe use it as storage for like whatever you're doing in the area. Just what if the whole kind of smorgasbord of content that already exists in the game could function as part of that massive tool set? You know what I mean? Skyrim is flooded with new land type mods, new game mechanic mods are needed. This is exactly my feeling. I think that it's great to have these new quests and content and whatever, but when the core mechanics are still straightforward and boring, I don't care as much. You know what I mean? It's like the same way that I can't play vanilla anymore because the lack of challenge, the homogeneity, it's just boring to me. So if I add another quest line or another new area that just also functions according to the vanilla mechanics and systems, it's not interesting to me. You know what I mean? I'd rather build out an interesting core platform of mechanics and dynamic systemic interactions and then expand that into new content. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. Oh yeah, Finn, Fallout 4 settlements, totally. I felt like when Fallout 4 came out with, or when it came out and there was like this whole settlement system, I didn't think that the settlement system was great, like as it was in vanilla. I didn't mess with it a ton. I didn't even beat Fallout 4, but I did mess around with it a little bit, and I thought it was cool. It made me feel like Bethesda, like, what's a good way of putting this? So many of the ideas that we have already happened. They've already, like, a lot of these kind of ideas for experiences, they've been around forever. You know what I mean? Since, like, the people who made Daggerfall, all the developers at Bethesda at the time, like, they had grand ideas. A lot of this stuff that I'm talking about, it's not original. It's not new. It's a matter of just whether you're able to pull it off and what the circumstances are. To me, when I saw the settlement system in Fallout 4, I was like, here's proof to me that this kind of stuff that we're talking about, like, many developers at Bethesda, I think, have this idea, like this kind of stuff that we're talking about, like they're thinking about it too. And when you see something like the settlement system in one of their mainline games, and when you see something like Fallout 76 for all of its issues, it also very strongly seems to be like, hey, we have this massive open world where players collect a bunch of stuff. Let's let them make cool things out of that stuff. And one of the most obvious examples of a cool thing you can make is like your own base, your own resources, your own house, your own settlement. This is, you know, to me, it shows that Bethesda's thinking about this stuff too. It's just a matter of, you know, if they can do it, if they'll want to do it at the end of the day. It's like with the Civil War in Skyrim, right? Like, I don't think anyone who's really looked into it or thought about it thinks that the Civil War as it is in Skyrim is like what Bethesda wanted it to be. When you dig around in the background of the Civil War quests, it's pretty evident that there was supposed to be so much more. You see the breadcrumbs of these larger kind of plans that they had. We've heard them say that they planned on, you know, having there be like a whole ass interface for the Civil War, and you were supposed to be able to like target certain areas of Skyrim and, you know, defend other regions, and it was supposed to be this big old thing that they just couldn't do because of time constraints and other priorities and whatever. But they have the ideas, that's for sure. And that also is kind of it gives us an opportunity, because by contrast, we don't have the same pressures as, you know, Bethesda, as modders. We have time to kind of go and, because it takes time, it takes effort. We have the time and can put in the effort to kind of fill out some of these gaps, or just kind of adjust things to make them a little bit different. Civil War Overhaul, Open Civil War. I want to see how Civil War Overhaul Redux is, but I've heard good things about Open Civil War. We definitely had problems with the original Civil War Overhaul. It was really cool, just very ambitious, and it shows you how difficult kind of not only building the stuff out to begin with, I'm sure was for Bethesda, but also how difficult it is as modders. This is like the trade-off to take a non-functioning system that's been hacked together to get something working, which is what, you know, the Civil War is in the actual game, and transform it into something functional and fun. That is a real difficult endeavor, that's for sure. But sometimes you just have to go for it, you know what I mean? I'm thinking to myself, do I have to do this right now? Can I just start looking at the visual stuff? I got a lot of, you know what? I got a lot of sub blocks and cells to look through. Maybe I'll do this on my own time. Maybe I can try to start organizing some of this other stuff that'll make for perhaps more interesting content for you guys on this Friday before Halloween. Anyone got any cool Halloween plans? We have yes, Sir Donkey, I'm hoping for that too. I'm hoping that perhaps, because Microsoft's got money. I think that money, I mean, we've talked about it a million times. Money was a big priority for ZeniMax. I mean, it is for Microsoft too. It is for any business entity. But to me, it just, I don't know, you can almost feel like the pressure of ZeniMax Media on some of the Bethesda games in a way that just felt gross and not fun. So I'm hoping maybe it will be different. It'll be interesting to see how Bethesda under Microsoft shakes out, you know? Alright, here, let me finish up this this sub block, and then we will exit out. There you go. Bethesda stated several times they've redone vast portions of the engine for Starfield and TS6. It's not a new engine. Yeah, I don't think that they're ever gonna make a brand new engine. Just because, I mean, we've had this discussion a million times too. It's just their current engine works really well for the games that they produce after a fashion. And, like, I've thought about this a lot. I wonder if Bethesda would ever license their... Like, if I ever made a brand new game, I could very easily see myself doing it in Bethesda's engine. I would prefer that in the same way that it's just, like, modders are just developers who are kind of sinking their teeth into a particular tool. And one of the biggest kind of drawbacks is of having a new engine, that is that you have to retrain developers to use the new tools. By contrast, the creation kit is something that Bethesda Game Studios has been working with for like the better part of 20 years now. They know how to use it. They can always kind of upgrade it in certain ways. And so it makes perfect sense to me that the engine is the same, but upgraded, you know? It's like Theseus' ship too. Like, can we even say it's the same engine when it has been systematically upgraded? It's like okay, Apex Legends is on the source engine, right? But it's a source engine that is so modified that in some ways it no longer, calling it the source engine seems kind of like a misnomer, you know? Neo-pagan will stay indoors, light candles, and feast. Hell yeah. Oh, Halgari, have you heard that the animation system is being reworked? Because that if there was one area that I would say could really use some TLC in Skyrim or Bethesda's engine, it is animations. That would sure be nice. New engine thing comes from a place of wanting radical improvement, maybe not understand how engines work. Yes, I think so. Exactly. CT, I think you've nailed it. And it's like, he was like, the engine sucks, let's get a new engine. But it's like, what does that really mean? The concept of a game engine is pretty weird. It's like kind of hard to explain. It's hard to understand. Okay. If you guys will forgive me, I'm going to focus here for a moment. It's difficult for me to do things like this on stream because I always feel like I'm going to forget something. But essentially, okay, you know what we should do? I think we should go through and add and sort the visual mods that we're going to add. I got to be careful because it can't be stuff like this that adds like a shit ton of new content, because that's actually, that needs to be like patched and whatever. But there's a bunch of other stuff that we can do. You know what I'm going to do too? Let's go through our downloads and let's install a bunch of stuff that we've been sitting on. Here's the Never Nude patch, by the way. AI optimization, multi-threading, feet stick and align to surfaces, animation happens off the main thread. Whoa. Wow. That was like a mixture of wow and whoa. That is, I mean, I don't know. I'm excited, you know what I mean? I know it's easy to hate on Bethesda, and I'm not saying that it's not well-deserved in some instances, but it's also easy to take them for granted, and if they're messing around with that stuff, I think it could be cool. Civilization 4 is the same engine as Skyrim. Was that made in the Creation Engine, CT? SE and Fallout 4 are great too. Oh yeah, I've had Special Edition crash probably less than 10 times since I've been working on this, and that is just nuts. Like absolutely nuts comparatively. That's right, Gamebryo, the original. Oh yeah, that's also true too, Praxis. I think absolutely that's the case. Being bought by MS means they can try new strange stuff. Old Bethesda. Right. It's like you have to be so careful, because your revenue. I mean, it seems like most companies operate on like these terrifying razor thin profit margins sometimes. But I think that we really might see a more free development team, and by free I mean like less inhibited. I think there's a distinct possibility, and I really hope so. God, that would just make my day. Because again, Bethesda, I do think they have great ideas. I think sometimes, like any project, there's obstacles to bringing some of those ideas to fruition, and I would really love to see, a version of a Bethesda game where they really got to do what they wanted and got to take the time that they needed to do what they wanted. Yeah, that's why I wanted to correct myself when I said free right there, because I didn't want to go full Comrade Dylan again. But I do think that a lot of Bethesda's kind of foibles are influenced by some of those pressures that hopefully will be a little alleviated. I'm going to call this... Okay, that's fine, actually. Project Clarity. Statues. Statues really need some love. I'm glad I found this mod the other day. Okay, so we got... Yeah, here's what we'll do. We're going to go through the mods that we have installed. Realistic aspen trees I'm actually getting rid of. Get this out of here. Rock wall texture, but I believe I have, yes, the high poly project. I have the mesh hidden, I believe, because I didn't actually want to use the stone wall. Yes, I did. Okay, so that means I don't need this. And equipable underwear for everyone can go safely into unsorted. Let's get rid of everything that's for sure not going to be in there. Excuse me. Oh gosh. I think I'm going to get rid of those rocks as well. Black Smith Forge water fix. Equipable underwear. No, these I'm going to keep. Distinct interiors. This one's for sure going to be later. The Blackest Reaches is a... I believe that's like an overhaul. It adds like a bunch of new clutter and stuff to Blackreach, which is cool. But it also... I'm going to push it back the same way as these, so as not to introduce even more scope creep. It's not just purely visual either. So you guys, now these guys potentially improved eyes. These are all, those could go into our NPC improvements. 2K, this is all good. Maybe the Fort Dawnguard. Who just did a Fort Dawnguard? Fucking Granny Boy did a Fort Dawnguard. Which you know I'm just all about. In fact, I'm probably going to get rid of these for now. In favor of that. CC's. Who's CC? Oh, it must be a retexture. Clever Charf, I bet you. Hey Cyanide, how you doing? Going good? A few clarity mods, AI upscaling. You guys believe that the new graphics cards, the AMD and the Nvidia ones, are going to be able to do AI upscaling in real time? Is my understanding. It's nuts. It's crazy. Morrowind modding guide would be cool. Or like a mod list. It's kind of crazy to me as I'm thinking about it that we don't have any of those on Wabbajack. Halgari, if you're still in here, is that possible? Or maybe I'm just missing that there are Morrowind ones already? Because I would play the fuck out of that, that's for sure. I love me some Morrowind. Let's check out. I'm gonna make a new window here. Let's check out this retexture, shall we? Just to see. That's pretty nice. It's a question of if we need it. We'll just go and check it out later. But it is a retexture, so I'm going to leave that there. 2K skeleton key. These ones are simple. We can leave those. Fort Dawnguard Reborn. Let's grab you guys again. Enchanted Ore Veins. Roads of Solstheim. Theoretically fine. Sepulchre. Sepulchre, I guess, fits into this. But I'm going to get it eventually because it's beautiful. If you guys have not seen this mod, it overhauls all the different like graveyards and stuff. Beautiful. Oh, this one's interesting. That's patches for AOS. Problem is a lot of the like if they don't take up plug-in spots, it's good to like if they're ESLs, but they're not a lot of the time. They're like this, and it's like it's probably something that we can patch ourselves. Not always. Oh, my cat's meowing. You guys want to see my cat? One of the cats? Oh wait, shit. I missed. Don't add Tamriel rebuild. Oh, I know. AI upscaling of games. Wait, did I miss a thing? No. 2 years in NVIDIA. Right. Plot, please do. That would be awesome. This one. Oh, Sacroletius, what's up, dude? Thanks for the raid. Kess. Okay, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Hey, bud. Come on. Come here. Come here. Hey, buddy. Where are you going? Oh. Doofus. He's the best. Here, let me grab the camera. You can see. Whoa. Buddy. He likes to just kind of like sit in your lap, and he just kind of like curls up like this. Here, let me see if you can see. Buddy, what is that? What is that? Huh? Can't really see if you guys can see him. Comrade Kitty. Hi, buddy. Oh. He just buries his face in your arm. Yes. I really can't tell what you guys can see because my preview is so small. Oh, no. Hey, you. Spoiled. He smells like the litter box. You guys know that smell they get of like the weird Febreze scent that they give to the litter. Oh, Dober. He's an ultra cutie. This cat, I swear, he's like A ferret. That's what he reminds me of. Sacrifice. I just did a bad testing stream where nothing worked. Well, that sucks. Sorry about that, Brett. I mean, hey, it's progress. Figured out it's not working. It's just not exactly. I know how that goes. It's not a great feeling. Oh, bud. He's just so sweet, this cat. Our other cat, she's very sweet too, but she's a lot sassier. She's older. He's just like a good-natured idiot. Point out that most people in the world found a Morrowind quote in a paper about the revolutionary process by Slavoj Zizek. Interesting. Wait a second. Oh, somebody quoted Morrowind in the paper. That's dope. Yeah, I'm assuming it wasn't written by Zizek. That sounds like a Polish name. Alright, baby. He wants to go sleep on the little comforter. What? Buddy. What are you doing? He literally will go upside down like this. I don't know if you guys can see down here. But he will let you just cradle him like a baby. Doofus. Okay. Up we go. Hold on. Up we go. Oh no. Alright. Back to work we go. Yeah, fair, Liz. Very true. Comrade Cat. From Gothic instead of Morrowind. Those are two very similar games. Interesting. Maybe he's got his RPGs mixed up. Okay, so let's take these. We're gonna move them to here. All of y'all come down here into unsorted. Let's go through unsorted and see what we're gonna add. Artesian Cloaks of Skyrim. I don't remember what this is. It's been a while, y'all. Oh. It's okay, it's physics for cloaks. Okay, I gotcha. Alright, well, I mean, that's cool. I'm not adding that in right now. Each event is preceded by prophecy. Without the hero, there is no event. Yeah, that is definitely not a Gothic quote. That is definitely a Morrowind quote. Very sweet chihuahua that likes being wrapped in blankets like a burrito. Beautiful. I love it. Gothic is cool. It's just, it's tougher to get into. But it is really rad. There are quite a few mods, I want to say, for the Gothic games. I'm not really familiar, though. Oh, the cosmetic override. This was a leftover from my attempts to add transmogrification into the game for gear, which would be, oh man, if we end up going with that system from before with the launcher where we let patrons kind of have their characters featured, this would be a I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter for the purpose of a screenshot. You can just put on whatever armor you want. But I've always wanted to let players transmogrify their gear so that they can have the appearance of the stuff that they want without sacrificing stats. As long as it was in a lore-friendly way. Luckily, this is the Elder Scrolls, where pretty much anything is lore-friendly if you try hard enough. Dragon Break, or it's Apocrypha, or it's Dwemer tonal architecture, whatever the fuck you want to say. It's got to be a justification, but I think you could find one. More racism in Windhelm, great. Script, I mean, it's not great that there is, but it's great that there's the mod for it. Windhelm Lighthouse cut content. This is all great. Sky Haven. Oh, I really would like to add this one. I think that at least the gardens are just pure appearance. Oh, there's so much good stuff down in here. I forgot. Guys, there's so many good mods that we can add. Like, it's so... it just... If only there were more time in the day. You know? Dwarves came up with that Ford Focus in the second era. Absolutely. So Season 6 characters currently Khajiit. Suggested him in YouTube chat use the Khajiit speak. Nice. That's a cool mod. It's really, really rad. And it definitely kind of takes you out of it, I suppose, when you play as a Khajiit who doesn't speak like the rest of Khajiits. Not a fan of transmog, huh, Sacriletius? I mean, I can see it too. I don't know exactly what your rationale is, but there's something semi-unimmersive about, like, you know, just magically swapping stats on things. That's why you'd want some sort of lore explanation. Or like, Legacy of the Dragonborn has like this big machine that's like all built out for it. It's like this big endeavor clearly by the dwarves. It doesn't work. It works, but it's reset on game load, which is like a problem that a lot of these types of mods have had. But I liked the implementation in terms of the justification of it, like in universe. You know what I mean? The dynamic wolf follower. I don't have that here. It might be in the download pile. Okay. Things that are purely interior overhaul, player home, JK's Skyrim patch. This is for JK's Skyhaven Temple, which, like, where is that? I know I have it downloaded. If I sort by J, JK's, maybe it's already, you know what? I think it's already there. I think it's in the, heckin' build already. The other bit is it's kind of tricky to figure out what should be not in potato mode. You know what I mean? Like what exactly constitutes visuals only? Like these trees, you know, or the Skyhaven Temple Gardens. Check this shit out. I'm not even joking with you. This is so gorgeous. But it absolutely constitutes visuals, right? To me, it's just beautiful. But it's just, you know, it's trees, it's flora, this kind of stuff, lanterns, light sources. Yeah, I guess I could leave this out. It's just such a shame too, right? You want the potato mode people to be able to see this stuff. This armor looks like iron because I'm really good at illusion. There you go. There's the simplest justification. Over the moon looks amazing. Child astronauts with a cute rabbit traveling through the worlds on the back of neon Chinese griffins. I mean, that does sound pretty badass. Old Sky Core. Core is potato mode. Gameplay experience, right? That, I mean, that's the plan. Not really that. I want items to be consistent with which gameplay effects they have. I don't like the idea of skins without gameplay effect. I feel you, dude. The other thing that's like kind of cool about Requiem, right, is like the idea that the different gear matters so much, because then it's like you visually identify gear on people, right? And you kind of have a rough idea of how strong it is, how strong they are. I do like that, and obviously you'd kind of lose that if NPCs were able to like transmog and stuff like that. Quick question: seems like everyone's playing with broken stats due to a bad rectificator patch. Yeah, well, so Rosie, what you're talking about is we're aware of it, and I'm definitely including that in the little 4.0.72. I can't give you a timeline on it, but it won't be very long, within like a couple weeks minimum. Maximum, I guess you'd say. We're going to take that opportunity as well to just add a couple little E and B fixes in, just very, very tiny. Also, it's like so strange that that happened. We still haven't been able to figure out why. Airship destinations to... Oh, nice. Put on a robe over your armor. Yeah, just like Morrowind. Why couldn't we do that? That is on our list as well. Just kind of like the clothing system that Morrowind had. Okay, so Skyhaven Temple Gardens. I'm going to count that as a visual appearance. So we'll stick that somewhere up in here. Skyrim 3D. This one's also visual. That's okay. Retexture. This is visual. This is not visual, but it's also so fucking cool that I almost just want to stick it in there. The High Hrothgar kitchen. You guys seen that before? It's basically like a little teensy player home for people to use at High Hrothgar. Look at this. High Hrothgar kitchen. It just adds this little kitchen area. Oh, that looks like a oven that's clipping pretty bad. But it's essentially the Greybeard's kitchen that you just... It's like a closet that you use. And it's just nice. It's nice that, you know, you climb to the top of the mountain and it's just like, hey, like, you got a little place to stay. If you... Like, what if you want to camp out? Fucking... See, okay. You want to talk about the horizontal kind of gameplay we were talking about before. You add something like this, it makes the Greybeards or High Hrothgar like, you know, a place like a little monk temple that you can like stay in. They give you like what is essentially a bedroll to sleep on, or maybe you bring your own. And then what if you could like train up there with the Greybeards? What if they had, you know, like what if there was a shout skill that you could like study under them and spend days like kind of doing it there, maybe kind of like picking around the area outside of High Hrothgar for stuff. It's just cool. Roleplay, baby. You know what? I think I might... Because it's so easy to add this one in. I feel like I might stick this one in there. Because it is. I bet you it's going to be that easy. Okay. That's a bug fix. That can go. Okay, you go all the way over here. We're going to stick this with the... other housing mods. Where are you guys at? You're like up here. Come on. Up, please. Close. I'm gonna burp. Here we go. Severin Manor. Boom. High Hrothgar Kitchen. This is a floating pot fix. That's like a... I guess bug fixes. If there... Does this have like a... Okay, this is a problem. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the High Hrothgar floating pot fix. We're gonna stick that in the... This is like fixes. And then we're going to hide the plugin because that is... We're not taking up an ESP slot for that. You guys are going to be up here. Yeah, you can definitely create a new rectificator plot. I just think a lot of... I mean, we don't have official instructions for that listed. And for some... Like, again, our target audience for Ultimate Skyrim, even now, there's a lot of people playing who are not modders. For whom, you know, the idea of running the rectificator, even that is like a complex process. Where are my... They're up here. Shimon. JK's. Here we are. Severin Manor. That's okay. Let's just run that really fast. And yes, most people will not know that they have an issue. That's also true, Rosie. You're just like, oh, I guess I just have high stats. You know what I mean? Most people won't know they have an... Oh, I know. It makes people seem like they actually live there. That's another bonus. They go up to the Greybeards a couple times, but they have an oven. Of course. Yeah, but see, what if you were incentivized to go there more? That's what I mean. It'd be really cool if there was a way to make a Papyrus JIT compiler. No idea. That is above my pay grade, that's for sure. Oh man. I have a question for you guys. Do you think that you have, I mean, I think I know the answer generally, but I just want to check. Do you think that you have exercised more in quarantine, less in quarantine, or the same in quarantine? Your regular rate of exercise? For me, I'd say it's less. More. Interesting. Odds of me not tweaking the old Sky version. I mean, we're trying to make it possible for the power users, you know? Nice, Finn. Yeah, I mean, Liz and I have been going for walks. That's kind of like what we do now, just to get out of the house. But compared to where I was before, like, I used to go to the gym, you know, 3 times a week minimum, doing actual lifting. You know what I would like? I would like dumbbells. Why don't I get some dumbbells? That would be good. But then where do you put them? That's dope, though, Finn. Also, Sacriletus, I hear you. Trying to integrate it into an engine you have no access to. Oh, fair. That's true. I know that it's pretty locked down. Can't walk to campus. It's sad. Modders are all secretly wizards. Oh, yeah. I sacrificed a goat. My firstborn child is owned by Shessen. It's just kind of, you know, how it's got to be. I hear you, Praxis. Isn't that so many people? I have a home gym and I never use it. It's like I have started using this a lot though, but my version of that was the inversion table that we have in the front room. Built out an inversion table, bought it on Amazon. It's really cool and I like it a lot. It obviously takes up a lot of space. Where do we stick this bad boy? Here. Hi, Hrothgar Kitchen. Let me fold out all, please. There we go. I ain't got time for this. All right, that's good. Okay. How old is this mod? The kitchen looks pretty old. Oh, 2019. Okay. Well, maybe there's actually a reason. Sometimes whenever mods don't forward changes from Usleep or Usep, whatever it's called, I assume that they're older, but that actually makes me think maybe it's either an oversight or they did it on purpose. What's an encounter zone? Creation kit. Encounter zone. I actually would unironically want dumbbells in Skyrim CT. That's like my initiative to fully get rid of overall character levels. Instead of getting attribute increases on character level, you get attribute increases from doing shit like working out. Physique of a 90-year-old? What the heck? Did you hear that? Yes, we did talk about it earlier. Bliargd. It's very exciting. It's probably like the most exciting thing to me for a long time, for mods. Right. Oh. So this is all for the purpose of leveling NPCs and loot and shit. Oh, this is cool. She's an NPC that owns everything in this. Really? Oh, that's fucking brilliant. What an easy way to add ownership to a bunch of shit at once. Can you also do that on the cell level, I'm assuming? You know. Is there an ownership? Oh, yeah, there is. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. All right, sweet. God knows there's a lot of things. At least on Legendary Edition. I don't know if it'll be the case on Special Edition. A lot of things that need assigning ownership, that's for sure. Okay, these are good. That's all good. Ruins pot. Oh, okay. This one just straight up deletes it. This is all fine. Marker storage unit. Blocks up high Hrothgar kitchen. Ownership. Okay. Proper ownership assigned. That's dank. Cat, what are you doing? Movable static on local map. What the hell? Weird. Alright. See? Told you. No sweat. Beautiful. Now let's see about this pot fix. So we gotta take Ruins pot. Oh, wait a second. So this just disables it and adds this one. So here's what we gotta do. We have to take this guy. Copy as override. I wish we could just... Okay, Halgari, you in the chat? Anyone who is... what's it called? You know what? I'm gonna leave it. Because I don't want to merge plugins anymore. It's just not great from a... like, what's the word? Documentation standpoint. I want to be able to see where everything comes from, so I'm going to figure out how to convert things to ESL later. What's up, bud? Oh, hold on. Bye, Plot. Thanks for hanging out. Come on. Oof. And then, wait, who the fuck can do 150 push-ups per minute? I don't think that's the norm. I think that's a pretty... Push-ups are hard, dude. Like, I couldn't do 150 push-ups per minute, even, like, in my prime, I don't think. Or, like, maybe. But I'd be pretty sore afterwards. Switch stream off. Nah, Connor, you're good to go. You ain't missed it at all. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave this in here. Just for now. 150 per week would be not that much. You could easily do... Like, if you were trying over the course of a day, and you were, like, relatively fit to where you're not going to be so sore the next day that you're just, like, out of commission for the week, you could do a lot of push-ups, like, over the course of a single day, even if you only did, like, 20 at a time. Like, 20 is a lot for someone who doesn't do push-ups at all. You'd be pretty tired after that. But then I suppose also you'd be sore later, so it's kind of difficult. Does the engine load every plugin sequentially? If so, that would explain the slow load speed. It doesn't really, Leafy, because, I mean, it loads those plugins sequentially, but that's not too much trouble for load time, I don't think. And also, merging everything into a massive ESL or ESP is not a good idea for many reasons. It is pretty tricky. But you'd have a real nightmare of compatibility. Well, maybe not compatibility. It's just, it's not ideal. There's a lot of... you'd have like a massive plugin. You might even actually exceed the reference limit at that point. But, ooh, what is this? The erotic Shrump fanfiction in our group chat. I can't wait to read this. 150 per minute, all-time great athlete level, like Muhammad Ali. Yeah, 150 per minute would be like nuts. You can do 2 per minute. Seems to be the norm nowadays, though. I see many people doing it that don't even claim to be athletes. I think a lot of people could do 150 push-ups in a minute if they're relatively fit. I don't think it would be like easy. I think it would knock them out for sure. That would be tough. If I did 100, I could not do that. If I was trying my absolute hardest at this point, I could probably do in a minute, like maybe like 40 or 50. In my prime, once upon a time, I could probably do in the ballpark of like 60, 70. I don't know if I could do 150. Some really weird stuff in the Ultimate Skyrim server. Open it on stream, there are pictures of someone piercing their own face with needles. Oh my god. Yeah, I was gonna say, Sacroletius, where are you seeing this 150 push-ups? I want to check this out. 150 push-up challenge. All right, back down we go. Okay, more visuals, please. This is visual. Old Holden Ruins is not. This is visual. You guys can go up here. This is all fine. Old Holden Ruins. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on all these bad boys and see what it looks like. Sneak tools, that's gameplay. Extra encounters, gameplay. Soul Cairn, this is a retexture. Those can go up here. This is this. I'm gonna take you guys. I'm gonna put. Sneak tools, immersive farms. This is kind of visual, but it's really gameplay. 150 minute would be considered the general public. Yeah, but Sacroletius, I'm telling you, there's nobody. 150 a minute is not the what the general public is able to do. I think if you went out into the general public and you tried to find like one person who could do 150 push-ups a minute, you would have a hard time finding that person. Yes, 2.5 push-ups per second. It's like impossible. Stan Brown cleaned a record. So we have people claiming over 150 push-ups. Seems a little low. 50 and 30 seconds, doing good. Right. Yeah, dude. Maybe the surprise today is that you find out that you're actually in pretty good shape because you're. I guess if you compare yourself to like an inhuman god, you know. 10, 30, 50, 150 sounds the same. Yeah, some people do it. I mean, I would say there's a big difference between 10 push-ups and 150 push-ups. Let's see what we can find on YouTube. Say push-up world record. Most push-ups in 1 hour. 30 seconds. Perfect form. 6 months ago. Or am I going to get demonetized for this? Probably. Oh well. It's quiet. Hold on. Here. What does this guy have to say?
Called Brownie took it from us, and today I'm here to get it back to Ukraine. Basically, I'm living in Los Angeles, but I was born in Ukraine, so
holy shit! I know exactly where this is. This is North Hollywood. This is right where we used to live. Not in this complex, but the complex that this is.
In Ukraine, so
I think.
Counts. By the way, here
actually,
you can watch my story, but
I'm pretty sure.
Let's go back to the push-ups. This is the world record for the most push-ups in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Perfect form.
This guy sounds like Ukrainian.
So basically, let's watch.
And just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting
I mean, those are full push-ups for sure.
I'm marching till it's over. And just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. Marching till it's over.
Oh, this dude's a beast.
And just like a soldier, I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer. Marching till it's over.
And now, after 2 years,
Okay.
I'm here. I think
Oh,
I get
that
a
was
little
his
bit stronger,
previous attempt.
So
I understand.
I'm ready to try it. The
Okay,
world-
well, I feel like we get the idea. Okay, so that guy is a fucking champion. You know what I mean? Like the idea. So, and even if you extrapolate this, double it, there's no way he could keep the same pace. But that would also be like, how many did you do? 47. So a little more than 90. That would be. There's just no way. Not happening. That would be really fucking hard to do what he just did. That's oh man, I feel like I'm sore just from having watched that. Jesus. If you ever wanted something to make you feel like you're out of shape, just watch that. Very cool, though. It's impressive. Push-ups are a really good kind of a... I mean, people always sleep on the bodyweight exercises, but push-ups are really solid. Works your core because you got to keep it tight. You get that nice chest extensions, triceps too. Push-ups are good, and you don't need anything to do it. You can do push-ups anywhere you want. You don't need to buy any expensive equipment or whatever. It's a great workout. That's my TED Talk. Thank you for coming. Guys, Bay is no powerlifting weight is really bad for you functionally. Yeah, it's there's always the argument that the isolation of lifting weights can be not as great for generating actual strength besides like doing body weight exercises, or like certain types of like lifts are better for that. Compound lifts I think will make you stronger no matter what, but like an isolation like bicep is not necessarily great. Moving the position of your hands works out a different muscle. Yeah, and everyone always wants you to kind of like adjust your grip and you like where your arms or your legs or whatever. You know how it is. What do we do in the stream? Oh, just watching push-ups as per usual. So what I'm doing here, Rex Flash, is I'm trying to sort all the visual mods. We're getting all the pure visual mods kind of organized, and we're going to jump in and see it. Sugar Shane mostly said his punching power went away when we started lifting weights. He had to stop to get it back. Interesting. That is interesting. Who's Sugar Shane? Is that like an MMA? Sugar Shane Mosley? It's a cool name. I don't really follow MMA. I think it's cool, though. Boxing. The sweet science. Boxing and MMA are very cool. I wish there was a way that people could do it, because like martial arts are so dope. Like so dope. I wish there was a way that people could practice martial arts and fight that didn't leave them with like brain damage. You know what I mean? Or like serious physical maladies. That would be good. Be jacked and do that many push-ups. Have you ever had a Cinnabon? Dude, I actually don't know if I've ever had a cinnamon roll from Cinnabon. I've had cinnamon rolls though. Dynavision, Lucian. Here's some followers. Face masks of Skyrim. Inigo, everyone's favorite. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I keep meaning to get this and I keep forgetting. No NPC greetings. SSE. Okay, that one's 2016. Did I see another one here? Who is you? We got two different ones here. We got this one. And we got this one. Okay. Bugs 1. What's the bug? Mod can cause loud and clear not starting. Is that so? Don't know. Alright. I'm going to go with this one, because it's newer. Dialogue. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, man. That actually makes sense. Fuck. Seriously? Well. Oh yeah. I mean, these are mostly good. The follower things. I'm gonna add them in eventually. This sucks. I was really looking forward to not having NPC greetings. I already have like the reduction of NPC greetings. Shit. Okay. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I wish I knew exactly what though. This is definitely a problem. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a ticket for it, and I'm going to note that because this might actually be an issue. So I'm not just going to jam it in there the way that I hoped I could. We're going to create a ticket, and we're going to call it, what is this? No NPC greeting SSE. I'm going to assign it to myself. I'm going to, it's actually going to have quite a few story points, maybe even more. 8. Let's give it 21. Labels SE. Say, unfortunately may present an issue that needs addressing from the bugs section. Go there we are, and that'll be good enough. So at least we have it tracked now. Mod might mess with force greet. Yeah. Enjoy Sophia's banter. She got old fast. Maybe she didn't talk so much. The tweak greeting distance. Yeah, I mean, I have it already tweaked, Rust. I have it, you know, we have it to where like you have to be pretty close to someone and you have to be looking at them before they'll talk to you, but it's not, let's see, minimum. Let's see, we have a to your face SSE. This is the one. Right. I don't know if it actually does that. It's like a game setting for greeting. Reduce NPC greeting distance. Maybe we want to. Oh, wow. Okay, well. Oh, okay. So this one reduces the distance. Let's see how it goes. Jira, our love. Sacrilegious, let's do a workout plan. We'll do you and me. It's like for every time I launch Skyrim, I do half a push-up. How about that? And then you remember which half you did for the next time. So if you did half a push-up, you ended here. The next time you just plop onto the ground. That one's fun. No, because you have to be fair, you shouldn't, when you go to do a push-up, there should be no, if you're doing push-ups, there should be no point at which you're just laying on the ground. Like, you should still be maintaining some height off the ground at any point, like even when you go down. Raise jars of beer, it's a good workout, right? And then you can drink them after. Great. Very buggy 5 while testing. Do you want to push up? I would die. That'd be jacked though. I had a friend who used to do something similar where it was like, you know, like you guys remember that loading screen Skyrim workout from a while ago? He was doing that. Seems like a good idea. Okay, let's try this. No NPC greetings. Reduced distance. Yes, please. So we'll launch that in here. Start laying on the ground. Go up really slowly, then drop all the way to the ground. Yeah, it seems rough. Ginger trash. All right, here. I'm going to, oopsie. I'm going to look at you. So we got just a simple, I know it's just going to change like a game setting. Is this also a, it is, it's an ESP. We're going to run out of fucking plugin slots, baby. Yeah, we're rapidly approaching, to be honest. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to ask the Wabbajack peeps how to ESLify things, because we really cannot afford to have these simple plugins taking up spots. I'm gonna put this all the way up here, all way higher up. Here we go. Now it's gameplay. Here we go. Fixes. So now we go in, take this, put it all the way up here, like, I don't know, around there. Just give it a quick little guy. Oh, really, Connor? I've not fucked around with it. Maybe we can do it right now. Yeah, actually, that's a good point, Rust. I always did it where it's like if you're doing, you kind of like slowly go down. I mean, you could do it either way, I suppose. But whenever you do an exercise more slowly like that, it's forcing you to really exert a lot of energy. Best to only have the desired ESP loaded, though. Oh, I feel you. Yeah, I think so. I think you're correct, Rust. Or at least it matches up with what I've always been told. All right, let's see here. No NPC greetings. Game setting. Okay, so just adds it. All right. Well, we'll put it in there. I'll ESLify it later. Thanks for the heads up, Connor. If you do that, so you couldn't do anymore, you're still lifting up all your body weight, but still going easy on yourself. I don't know enough to refute it, so I won't even try. Back here, we just need to, here's what we need to do. I'm going to go through, I'm just going to select all of the pure graphics, and then we're just going to jam them right up here. This stuff, weather patch for true storms, I mean, I guess it can stay there for now. We are past here. Followers, dynamic animal variants, Inigo, immersive speechcraft, load screen, immersive world encounter, dynamic. This is just like textures, right? Yeah. Okay. Sleeping encounter, sacrosanct. Birds. These are just too much. There's one of these that's just like, what's it called? The effects, not the actors. This is the one I think that adds actual actors. We don't want that. Yeah. This one. It's cool, but there's some issues. What's this one? I mean, that's cool too. I'm not quite sure what the difference is. And I think this is the one that I'm looking for. Because these are just like practically a particle effect. They might actually just be a particle effect. Oh no, those are real. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to mess with this for now because I'm a little concerned. Give me back dynamic animal variants, Raven Castle, unique vampire dens, enhanced landscapes. This one's tricky because it's definitely visual, but it's a huge compatibility thing. Very tricky. Pop. Souls hit sound. Oh, that's right. I'm going to get rid of this. I was messing with sounds. Dynamic animal variants. Chantry College. This is a retexture, I believe. Okay. Umbra Island. Temple frescoes. I think that's visual as well. Open cities. So a lot of Legacy of the Dragonborn stuff down here. There's some of Sacroletius' suggestions down in here. Here's some animation mods. Gypsy Eyes Caravan, carts, throwing weapons, all kinds of stuff up in here. Carpathian Inn, dynamic animation replacer, of course. That one also will get added. Immersive animations. I'm not fucking with animations yet. Combat behavior compulsion. Real-time waiting, heterochromia. Manhole texture. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Real rabbits. Cozy campfires. The cat mod. Horker. High poly keys. These are all. I don't know about that. Project clarity. We'll leave that. Okay, here we go, everybody. Up we go. Oops. Bit too far. Okay, we're going to stick them right about here. Actually, you know what? Right about here. Because those lights, I kind of want those to be this one I don't know about. I'm going to leave that for now. Organic rift and leaves. Sufficient, get your heart rate up. Doesn't matter how, really. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me turn this back on. It's going to be loud. Oh, God. There it is. Wait, no. There. Perfect. So we're going to investigate some of these, right? Chantry College. Let's see what this one looks like. Where are we? Oh. Oh, whoops. Oh, no. We looked at it. Never mind. Take you. You go over here. Chantry College. Makes it look like this. I think it looks pretty nice. Gotta watch out for that door, though. Ate a kebab. Nice. Thank you, Connor. I appreciate it. Okay. So now we got a lot of these. Organic rift and leaves. Do we want that? Where's our... We want to turn this on to full version. Okay. Sweet. What is this replaced by? Oh. And we're going to take this. What is this replacing? Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Put this down here. That one's fine. This one's gonna get all different kinds of stuff. Rallies all the things. Manhole texture upgrade. Let's see what it looks like. I like this. See what it looks like in game. Manhole Highland Cow, of course. Skeever, pawnfish, sawdust, rabbits. Is the high poly rabbit gonna overwrite? You're right. Conflicts. Okay, well, we don't need both, that's for sure. Guys, we got 2 rabbits to choose from. Alright, here's Beautiful High Poly Rabbit by Fading Signal. He's a classic. And what about... How do I pronounce that? Puffustricture. Immersive Dawnguard Castle mod thing from the dude that created it. Right. Ooh, that's a fuzzy rabbit. Oh, he's cute. I kind of want to try this one out. Alright. I'll leave the other one there in case you don't like it, but you know, cozy campfires, what do you do? Cozy campfires, I don't even know what that's. Where the heck? High poly HD embers implemented. Cool. That does look nice. The problem is, though, these rocks. Is this. No one in their right mind's got. Well, those don't look as big. Those are big rocks, though. You know? Like, who's going to be able to lift those bad boys? This is also profusture. How big are we talking here? Those are huge. Durum kebab. Hell yeah. Yeah, we've got those installed. Praxis. For sure. I think I might have to pass on this because these rocks are too large. Is it bothering anyone else besides me? Qualifies boulders. You're right. Horker, HD, high poly keys. What are you getting overwritten by? Oh, immersive launch. Oh. It's also profusture. Oh, the cube map. That's okay. Renthal Nettle. Also the cube map? What are you getting? Oh, it is. That's okay. Ivy replacer. Sure, why not? What about the ice atronach? What are you being overwritten by? E and B light? That's actually a problem then. Ice projectile. Actually don't necessarily want those ice projectiles to have lights. I'll just put them here. Put it here. Wait, what's hidden? What did I hide? Oops. Meshes, actors. Show me what the hidden files are. Because I do not recall any of this. Dungeons, caves, ice, clutter. I could lift that rock 150 times. Okay, well, it's gotta be a texture then. What's hidden here? Oh, this. Why is this hidden? That's weird. Did I do that? I don't know. Alright, we'll see how it goes. Smooth sky mesh, yes please. Obsidian mountain fogs, how about that? This should be like core. Is it texture? How's this gonna work? The archives are being overwritten. What's it being overwritten by? Realistic water too. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Ugh. Meshes, clutter, horse trough. That one we're gonna have to see about. I'm gonna disable it for now. No glow effect. Yes, please. Oh yeah. Of course. I should probably like organize these better. I'll do it later. Beards, brows, Northbourne scar. I do want to try these. Why do I have so many eyes edits? Beards, brows. Probably overwriting. Yeah, that's okay. We'll just slam them on there. Improved eyes, Skyrim. Like, do we need all of these eye mods? I don't think so. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of separators up in the list, Connor. Just not down here. This is all like the unsorted. Look at these. Improved Eyes Skyrim. They look nice. But it's like, do I need that alongside Eyes of Beauty? And then also these ones down here, which I think are actually like the especially like brilliant ones. I don't remember which of these. Oh, I can't. Hold on. Iligiad. Skyrim. Is this... Did I do it correctly? Yes, I did. Okay. Why is this... I think this is like a cube map. I don't know if it comes with any... Oh, it does improve the texture. Okay. These are supposed to look pretty good. What do you think? Unity? Unity normal plus realism cube map. That's what I'm going to go with. Okay, I think I did it. Eye effect improved. Realism eye cube map. Here we go. Oh shit, look at that. That emote, it's brilliant. I love it. Can you just do that? How do you do that? It's so spooky. Alright guys, let's slam these in and then we'll jump in real fast, see what it looks like. And then, here, I'm going to close this. Yes. Then what? No, don't save. No. Okay, so we got eye effect improved. And I want the Unity eye. And we need the realism cube map. I mean, shit, I guess I can just jam all those eyes in there, but it's like, do we really need it? Like, how? Because we have, like, other ones. Following files have no conflicts. Okay, well, so these are a bunch of unique eyes. It's just like, God, how big is this file? You know what I mean? Like, the whole package here is going to be way too big. Properties. 52 megabytes is actually not that bad. The Eyes of Beauty. I'm going to take you all the way up here. Come on. Oops. Back down we go. I wish I could scroll with my mouse while I'm doing this. And we wanted the Unity or Unreal Eye? I already forgot. We wanted the Unity. Okay. Iligiad Eye Improver. Unity. Say Unity 1K. Nice. What do you... Eye effect improved. I don't really know what this is doing. Oh, it's an eye reflection. What is this then? Eye cube map. Okay. Whatevs. And then I guess we put this on World Space Edit Hotfix. Elves, vampires. The Eyes of Beauty. Hold up. This is, I'm just like, the Eyes of, how big is this one? This one is, so total we've got over 100 megabytes in eyes. Do we really? Well, yeah, because Sergeant Muffington, if we don't have anything editing keys to make them look less crappy, then yes. If we have bajillion different eyes, you know what I mean? Like, I already have up here, like, these already, total character makeover improves the eyes already, so there's that. I think these ones, I don't even think they overwrite the vanilla. Oh, actually they do, because I'm clicking it, and they're all... Okay, you're good. Improved eyes. That's... And then we have another one, improved eyes Skyrim. It's like these things they're all overriding each other, so I think we just need to make it like a game time decision here. What does this one do? How many? Eye brown. Oh shit. So it's literally just the normal map. That's cool. That's better. IQ map. And then this one's probably just the reflection. Yes. Okay. So those are fine. These ones are like overwrites 43. There's 155. So basically, there's just a bajillion proprietary eyes. And in these cases, eyes of beauty are overriding improved eyes. Which one's like newer? And again, do I really need all of these? Eyes of Beauty. Sorry, I had that one open already. And then improved Eyes Skyrim. Let's take a look, shall we? Oh, I can't hear myself think. 2020 updated recently. What's the change? Okay. It looks nice. Oh, look at me being eaten alive. How are you doing this? I love it. Okay, what about these ones? Dawn Guard, Crude Eyes. I actually think I might prefer the Eyes of Beauty to these ones. Why don't we do this? I'm going to disable one. I'm going to get rid of you for now. It's got all this beautiful stuff. We got all these, which should be okay. Except for maybe we might be over the limit now. No, okay, we're good. Enhanced blood textures, 2K skeleton key. Alright, so we're going to let Eye of Beauty get overwritten by all these things. That all makes sense. We're going to 2K skeleton key and Snow Elf architecture, and this is the Fort Dawnguard one. Sure, why not? Soul Cairn, enhanced Aura Veins, Sky Temple Gardens. Whatever. Let's go check and see how it looks, shall we? Soul Cairn HD. At least that one's an ESL. Dangerous. Oh, but we don't have any of these on. Oh, God. Okay, well, this is a problem then. I don't care about you. That's okay. There's at least this one. We can put on one. Reduce splatter size. There's so many things here that need to be cleaned up. ESLified. We're going to take all of you. Enable. Enable all. No. Enable selected. Yes. Okay. Not that one. Not you. Disable selected. Now who are we missing? Okay. What's our plugin limit? 2. Just out of the thing. Okay, Soul Cairn HD, that's all fine. Skyhaven Temple Garden. Daimo's out of scope to Encore. What's going on, plot? What's out of scope? Okay, cool. Let's fire it up, see what happens. Ow. Oh, I'm gonna turn this off. Where's the music? Shush. And then now we can turn up the desktop audio because Skyrim is very quiet. It's a very quiet game. I always forget to blink whenever I'm looking intently at something. I do this whenever we're playing Call of Duty, or like anything else. My eyes are just drained, dry. Let's see. Hey, Peon. Yes, we've been talking about the custom skills framework quite a lot. It's very exciting. Oh, yeah, it's going to kind of look like shit because of the display tweak. Dang it. You know what? We need to... Well, because I can't put it in regular. Not scaled up, I mean, because then the E&B has problems with the stream. Alright, I guess we'll just leave it here. Or did it? I can't even remember at this point. Maybe not on 1080p. I kind of want to exit it because it looks fine. It's just a little like jaggedy because of the upscaling. I want to see what it looks like in its full glory. The looks mods. It is the part that is most subject to taste. You talking about the eyes? I think the eye. It's just if it's something like like an NPC appearance, sure. But these are just enhancers for the shitty default textures. Well, let's see. It's already loading, so we might as well just jump in, right? All right. Shall we? How come I can't hear Skyrim? Probably because it's so quiet. New. Definitely a new game for this one. The Northern Maiden out of Windhelm. It's a good name for a ship. I am a... Ooh. That ice looks a little different. Cold region behavior. That's a new replacement for wet and cold. Everyone. A game mechanics change content tweaks role-playing elements really what makes the gameplay experience. Oh yeah, 300%. Agreed. Okay. Let me see here. I'm just going to go ahead and jam in. And we're going to jump straight to Riverwood. It's going to run like shit, just FYI, between the upscaling and the stream and the borderless window. Okay, so here's Blue Eyes, I guess? Let's see. This might be overkill. So how many eye colors do we have? Eyes of Beauty. It's kind of like washed out. You know? Eye color. Yeah, I'm not digging it, to be honest. Oh, there we go. Let's have purple eyes. What should his name be? Boom, baby. Yeah, I feel you, plot. The reason for this stuff is that it's literally as simple as checking a box. It's a texture mod, you know what I mean? So there's very little that actually needs to be done. Either it's good or it's not. So I'm just checking them out. If we like them, then I put them in. If we don't, then we don't. Yeah, it's like cataracts. I'm gonna miss wet and cold. Mostly their backpacks. Oh, we'll still have backpacks, don't get me wrong. All the functionality's there, still. Just replicated in a superior way. Hello. Boom. And let's make it just a little desaturated. Base. Nice. Yeah, I'd like to unjagify this. Can't really tell what it looks like for you guys, but oh man, everyone looks like they have cataracts now. Muscoos. Hello. Go in the same direction as me. Alright, enjoy. Ooh, these look different now. Huh. I wonder what's editing these. Oh, it's rainy and gross. Bleh. Wait, what's happening? Looks nice. It's all brown and shitty. Boom. It's true though that wet and cold added many more backpacks to the world. I switched UL Skyrim to CRG. Oh, the cold very few NPCs with backpacks. I prefer it that way. It makes you actually make or buy one. Anyone can get a backpack. Yes, that is true. Well, we can always add, if we want to, we can add backpacks to NPCs. That's no sweat. Okay. I'm trying to think like the LOD. It's decent. It's just not the same color as the grass. It's okay there. It's like fine. Ooh. Let's try Riverwood. Yeah, it's... I'm gonna have to see if the... like, I'm gonna remove all the eye mods after this, and then turn the enhancers back on, and then see if it's like... Okay, is this the Iliad eye stuff, I mean. Maybe backpacks are basically going to be had by a player by default. Might as well give everyone 50 extra carry weight. So what I want to do, Barian, is make it so that the backpacks maybe function like a container. Okay, that looks really nice. The ivy retexture. See, this is going to look a lot... Actually, that might not be retextured. This will be retextured. Although you would think so. That ivy. It could just look fuzzy too because of the thing. I don't think so. I think it's legitimately fuzzy. I don't know why. Looks nice from a distance. Hello. Hello. That's Baijin Girder,
They
I
say
think.
the college has been snooping around Sarkal. Mages in the barrier crypt.
See, this looks like that looks okay, but I'm probably still going to change hers up because I really like the Northman. Nerf backpacks only give 10 extra carry weight. I think it depends on our general balance. I have to... The carry weight's getting like a massive overhaul across the board. Okay, so this all looks very nice. Can you guys see the upscale? You know what I'm talking... It's all jaggedy. Also, that's a custom. I edited that texture a little bit to be a little bit less purple. It's a little bit more brown. The eyes are all donked from those mods that we added, Liz. Like this guy, I bet he's gonna look really strange.
Get
with his
Max. Bring me all the wood you can chop.
Yeah, they all look like they have astigmatism. Not astigmatism. Cataracts. They're all going blind. See, this I really like. I think that looks nice and beautiful. Got some beautiful water. Nice. Oh, some obsidian mountain fogs. That's what this has got to be. Wow, that does look really nice. I wonder what the frame rate difference is. Nope. Am I going to be able to disable those? Maybe not. Definitely makes the world feel a lot more alive, that's for sure. Yeah, but see, I like that approach that Sacrilegious takes with it, you know what I mean? Like, I like the idea of realistic carry weight and then, you know, stuff in-game that allows you to kind of augment it, like a cart or followers or backpacks, bandoliers and such. I like that way more than having people... Yeah, exactly that. You gotta pay attention to what you're picking up. You don't just, like, hoover up everything. Dude, that could use a retexture, couldn't it? This one's nice. Still could use one, but the design's cool. Immersive Laundry HD. Ooh. I'm definitely digging this general kind of feel here. Go try Falkreath. Following your progress for a while. Oh, thank you very much, Murlocking. It's TBD, basically. I'm shooting for a holiday release for the initial version, but we'll see. Very likely it'll go past that. Falkreath, exterior 01. Yeah, it really needs Requiem in there, Cisco. It looks beautiful, super boring to play. Skyrim do not kilogram pounds, real world. Arming story was 1 kilogram, is what it is 9 in Skyrim. But yeah, the problem is, because it's still not realistic then, because it doesn't count for volume. Volume is the big thing. That's like the act of like restricting it. Like if I had a backpack, am I really supposed to believe that I can fit a single suit of like plate armor in there, much less, you know, several? Hello. I do like the Obsidian Mountain Fogs. Problem is, it's really hard to tell what the general impact on performance would be. Ooh. Hello. I like these forests. I'm digging it. Oh, that was hilarious. Sir Thought armor. What's the ENB and weathers you're using? This is Equinoctium weathers, and this is Silent Horizons ENB. It looks really nice even without the ENB, I think. It's a bit more washed out, of course, at least in this weather, but it looks pretty good. Shall we go to... Actually, you know what? Let's stay right here. No. Set time scale. That's not how you spell that. To 10. Set game hour to 6:17. 5. Those mountains over there. Talking about Silent Horizons. It's really nice. Hey Hashit, how you doing? It's I don't know. If you have a decent enough graphics card, it's pretty good. Otherwise, it's quite a lot. Up there. Oh, let's go to Fort Amel. Oops. This is one of my favorite forts to test. And then we'll go to Solitude. And then somewhere else. Ooh. TGM, please. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Oop. Hello. I always wonder why they do this.
I'm staying up.
Populated forts. Regular. Ow. Ow. Stop. Ow. Guys, knock it off. I'm gonna kill you. Don't make me do it. I'll do it. Alright, you made me do it. Ooh, look at that blood. Oh, we need that other one that adds like the blood shader to the dead bodies. Beautiful. Three smite spells. Ooh. Thank you, plot. Yeah, well, Obsidian Fog, it's wonderful. It really, really is. I'm afraid it might have an impact on performance, but I don't know. Maybe not. Still using Rudy ENB with a lighting injector. Is Silent better than Rudy? Silent is high requirement. What a beautiful sentence that was. Silent Horizons can be pretty demanding. I've reduced how demanding it is somewhat in this current build that I'm running right now. And like with any ENB, there are things that you can do to help. But on the whole, it's one of the more demanding ENBs. It might be the most. Yeah, if everyone gets a 3090. Well, I mean, the advent of new, inexpensive graphics cards, that will help us a lot because then we can run a lot more stuff. Also, I can see what you're talking about, Barian. It's hard to tell because I'm, again, in upscaled mode right now, so everything kind of has, but even if you look here, you can see it's a little pixely. And if they don't disappear fast enough, I could see that being a problem. Especially the more clear you make the graphics with something like Silent Horizons, right? And now performance testing is kind of difficult right now because of the stream and because of freaking the upscaling. But if I turn it off, let's see what we get. Okay, so what is that? It's a little all over the place. 61, we'll call it 60, kind of ish on average. Then we fire it up, and now I'm getting about 50 to 50. So I mean, obviously it depends on what's going on, how much of a performance impact it's going to have, and Rudy will have less. So there's that. Rudy is across the board higher performing than Silent Horizons, but to me, it's really hard to go back from Silent Horizons because I love it that much. I don't think I've ever liked an ENB more than I like Silent Horizons. I think that there are ENBs on LE that have some cool features that Silent Horizons might not have, but just in general, it's really beautiful, and I've worked really hard on a lot of the textures and stuff that we're seeing here to create a thematically consistent look, right? And I feel like we've gotten it in a lot of ways, and Silent Horizons just kind of boops it all up to the next kind of, you know, tier. Gotcha, plot. I have a 1080 for whatever it's worth. A 980 Ti probably is not going to perform as well as my stock 1080, but I bet it's close. And also, my processor sucks now. It doesn't suck, but it's not great. It was top of the line 8 years ago, and my motherboard is ancient, my RAM is ancient. I'm very curious. So my computer will do well in a place like this, where mostly what we're seeing is like textures and, you know, post-processing effects. The graphics card handles most of those. The graphics card is good at that, and so it's not much of a problem. When I go somewhere like a city, then I feel like my computer really starts to take the hit, and I'm very curious to see what sort of performance we get on the ultra profile here once I have a better processor. But I'm fucking, this shit is beautiful. What are you standing on there, friend? There's nothing there anymore. Oh, I gotta love those sunsets. The Silent Horizons have a real world lighting injector. How a firefly or spell lights up an area and the wet effect. Oh, yeah, well, so the wet effects, that's the ENB binaries. So, yes. Here, I can show you. I think it's C8220, not COC, force weather. This is rain. It's very dark. Set game hour to 12. This is like the heaviest that the rain gets, unfortunately, so it's going to be kind of tough to show up. You can see it. It's very dark right now, though. stuff will get wet. And as far as the E and B lights go, I have that enabled here. So I'm not sure if Silent Horizons features it or anything by default, but we have it turned on. Beautiful. It's not like it's something here, though. The stream, I mean. Whoa. 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 Really? You sure about that? Oh, gotcha. Get your buddy out there.
I'll show you what a real
Oh, he's healing. Ow. Gotcha. Did I just knock him down? Oh, brutal. Gotta love those improved blood textures, am I right? Honestly, it fucking makes it. I have the actual module install, which does have a cloak script for enhanced blood textures. It's problematic because it can, what's it called, cause some script lag, but it has this like twitch effect that is just kind of cool sometimes. I don't know, I do like it.
Is someone there?
Huh? Who's fighting?
Over here.
Man, it's wild. What's going on today? What are you guys doing over here?
It's the last of them.
So you can see, even having like this number of NPCs is like having an impact. Oh, what's going on here? Some sort of fucking traveling mage circus. Lifts her tail. What does that imply? He's got a cool outfit there. His head is clipping through his hood. Oh. Oh. What are you guys doing? Oh, we got this gross dirt texture. Hey. You guys going somewhere? Just hanging out? Oh, there he is again. Assuming that they're trying to figure out where to go. For some reason, they're stuck on this marker. Hello? You guys just enjoying the scenery? Ooh. Fucking gorgeous. Do you have a mod that removes the camera sway when melee attacking? Yes, I do, because it makes me sick. Or it doesn't actually, it just, I don't like it. Sacroletius, these poor guys, what's happening? Their AI package, they don't know where to go. You know what it probably is too, is because so they're from populated Skyrim, right? If they're trying to go to any of the cities or whatever, the markers that they're going towards are not patched, so that could be it. I'm not sure what it's called, the murlocking. If you, like, I can try and find it. Populated Skyrim has many NPCs with borked AI. Oh, really, Barry? And so maybe it's by default? Well, that is an issue for me, personally. Ooh. I can find it later for you, Murloc, if you, Stop. Oh! I fare thee well on your journey. Oh, look at those splash effects. I'm assuming, what is that from? That is that rain or RASS? Options. Bubbles. Camera visual effects. Bubbles? Oh, that's pretty cool. I would be surprised if it was this. Swimming. No, gross. What is UL Tronbarian? I'm not familiar. So many NPCs will never attack, only block forever in combat, be non-hostile when they should be. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Sir Thought, I really am trying to bring the performance to a reasonable level. It's kind of like jam it all. Oh god, that looks good. Jam it all in there, and then scale it back. Is the idea. And we'll have performance presets too. That'll help a lot. Like right now, I have my shadow set to like 6,000 meters or something like that. And also, this what you were seeing right now in terms of performance is like the absolute as worst as it gets, as bad as it gets. I'm pretty confident in saying this area, if I weren't streaming and if I weren't doing the borderless full screen, if I had it on one monitor, we'd be getting above 60 FPS easily in this location. Oh, that distant water doesn't look like it's going in the correct direction. Ultra Legendary Skyrim, my mod list. It's made specifically for repeated extreme difficulty permadeath challenge runs built on a lot of custom SKC plugins. Super fucking cool, dude. That's awesome. I'd love to check it out when it's ready. Please let me know. Wait, here we go. Ready? Whoa. Sploosh. Probably would have killed me. In fact, I know it would have. Ooh. How about that? Whoa. What the? Wow, I didn't know that that was a thing, this like water refraction. It might not have the reflect sky on Praxis. This is new, I feel like. This like... What is this? This underwater distortion? I've like never seen this before. Is that Ras? It's gotta be, because that's like the only thing that I've added. Here, let's go to Winterhold. Because that shit is beautiful. Shall we see? UL Alchemy overhaul updates the alchemy engine to stop potion spamming. Require minimum alchemy levels. Cool. I like it. That is Ras, huh, Plot? Oh, here, we can see what Chantry looks like. See if we like it. Again, it's kind of hard to tell when we have the heckin' upscaling on, because it makes everything look pixely, even if it's not pixely. Oh, here, you want to see a candidate for probably over-beautified hair? Is this Feralda? This lady? Yep.
Welcome to the College of Winterhold. I am Feralda, one of the... I trust you found...
Yeah,
Now,
she's gonna get a change. So if you guys want an example of what I'm talking... Oh, God.
I will be happy
It's
to
terrifying.
assist
She, like, slowly gets closer and closer.
you. All right, then.
This is an example to me of, like... No. Like, beautiful work, not quite my thing. I think I might just let... What's it called, too? Take over the college. Wait, excuse me. I'm trying to... Also, oh, that's the ground. Like hex shapes. Yeah. Like, it looks good. It just, I don't know, something about it just looks tonally inconsistent to me. With, oh god! With the original kind of design of Winterhold. Look at the eyeliner, never mind the hair. I was never a fan of Chantry myself. Yeah, it was worth testing, I think. But, you know. It's not quite my cup of tea. Miss Scoozy. Miss Scoozy. Uh-oh. Ah! Okay, that is beautiful. I can't believe that. Here's got some depths of Skyrim. Hey Tayson, how you doing? Looks pretty good. Okay, now here's what we're gonna do. Let us... Oh wow. Imagine being in this water. Oh! Oh, that's... I don't think that's correct. What's going on there? That's not... It's... What the fuck? Oh, that's pretty good, Tayson. Yeah, okay, so something about the weather is causing that. Are these like depths of Skyrim? They must be depths of Skyrim, like rocks or something. Very strange. Give me back the snowstorm, though. That was cool. I had to clear it out. I can do it. I can do it. Let me do it. Whoa. Oh. I don't think I was supposed to use that particular one. Weird. Never mind. Let's do this one again. Maybe it has reflect sky on. It does look a little darker in the reflection, does it not? Like, this looks a little bit more like blue-purple than the sky does. No? Well, it's the E and B, I guess. Looks nice. Look at that reflection. Is that a SE thing? So much better than it was before. Let me see if I can stick it back on what was my favorite? Faded. I know. Old? No, it's faded. I think faded was what was a trance. Ooh. Oh, faded. There we go. Still pretty purple. Look at that thing. Wow. It's the snow shader in the E and B that causes the water to disappear, and it's a known issue. Oh. Fun. Maybe that's what's also causing the weird oh yeah, we gotta look at animals and shit. I forgot that's like half the reason. Look at this horker. Ow. Okay, well, this guy looks fucking great. IMO. Beautiful. Pinnacle of oh my gosh, thank you for the sub, Human Hulk. Ow. Stop, please. Looks great. Let's go back to Riverwood and check out the cows. Oh, the nettles. It's a great. They look fantastic. Love it. Sorry. Oh. Oh, the wolf, too. Did we do, like, HD wolves? I actually don't think so. Maybe we did. I can't really tell. I want to go check out a cow. Riverwood. You can turn off the snow shader. But I like the snow shader. I don't okay, let's take a look. Oh my god. I'm your Greg. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub for 2 months. I got an emote thanks to you. It says I can thank you, but I can't because I can't alt-tab while it's loading. It doesn't work with any bodies of water, huh? Ah! Look at this gross weather. Wait, here it goes. Wait. There's a button that says thank. Look, click. Thank. Oh, it just adds a little message. It says this. Thanks for that. Beautiful. Much appreciated, my friend. Alright, where's my snow shader? I'm gonna say... Is it in here? Underwater shader, wet surfaces. Middle rain, wet surfaces. Down here. Environment, perhaps. Yeah, dude, you did it. Snow. I don't know. I'll find it later. Makes me sad though. Am I gonna be stuck in combat? Cool. It's a shitty storm. Clear it right up. I'm gonna put on the other post pass base. Thank you. Nice and clear and vivid and beautiful. Want to support my favorite Skyrim modder? I'm blushing. Thank you so much. Also, this kind of stuff needs to be fixed, cleared out. Sacrilegia style. Load up all the plugins in the CK and start doing stuff. Oh, look at the little chicken. Okay. That's a good looking cow if I ever saw one. Oh, what a cutie. Oh. Gorgeous. Love them. Excuse me, Dorth. Beautiful. Oh. Stump. Bro, I think you're supposed to be carrying something there. Cows better eyes than the humans. Right. Yeah, me too, plot. I just like... Oh, yeah, here's Sigrid. See, same... So I'm pretty sure this is, Northborn Sigrid, right? I mean, her tint face. or
Don't
tint
even
mask
think
would need to
about
be
it.
forwarded. In fact, I'm almost sure it's Northbourne. The same thing though. It's like the hair. It's like a Lego that someone just went plop and just stuck right on top of her head. You know what I mean? My man's over here. Supposed to be carrying something. Yeah, there's all this grass needs to be cleared out. Landscape edits and whatnot. That's is Sacroletti still there? How easy is that? Oh, he's supposed to be carrying flowers. That's weird that you're scattering flowers. Do goats eat flowers or something? Sacroletti, do you have any experience with clearing, like how what's it called? Foliage works, like grass? Can I just paint away the any grass in any areas where it's like shitty, overgrown like this? Or is it more complex than that? You're my go-to for world edits. Oh look, was that like Long John's? I think they are. Okay, cool. Because it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. Just quite a lot. Quite a lot. Just use a landscape texture that doesn't have grass. Last time I said grass is something you had to generate, right? Right, that's it, because unless it's like a fern like this is a specific thingy that you can get rid of, right? Like an entity, grass is a little bit different. Ooh. Okay, we need a rabbit. Rabbit, did we do foxes? There's a mud crab over there. Give me a rabbit. Rabbit for NPC. Player that place at me. FX is FB1. Where'd you go, bud? If that worked, I don't... Oh, there he goes. Hello? Oh. Now that's a rabbit. Grass is a shader on the landscape texture that generally would have something like food texture and food texture, no grass. Food texture? Like foo, like foo's gone wild? Like Los Doyers? Much appreciated though, both of you. I'm so looking forward to going around and painting all of the foo as a placeholder. Gotcha. Is that like a technical term that I'm not aware of or something? I literally, the only version of that I know is growing up in East LA. Hey, fool. Obsidian mountain fogs. Delicious. Look towards Riverwood, drop 10 frames. Basically whatever, tundra, no grass. I feel you. Foo bar, bass, foo bar. Okay, gotcha. Interesting, I never knew that. Wow. These, weathers sure are changing fast. Whoop! Oh, it's raining. Here's your wet texture. Oh, someone wanted to see ENB lights, right? Morthal's good for that. A lot of death bells. Yeah, want to buy some shoes out of the back of my truck? Hey, fool. Pinche pendejo. Oh my god. Hold on, sorry. Oh. You get that one good crack.
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
I don't know.
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Please, enough already.
Well, look at that guy's
I've told
eyebrows.
Ygritte of your concerns. She'll look after you all.
Is that a... Okay, we gotta figure out if that's Ras or if it's the ENB. Character NPC. Ash, frost, cold, bubbles, wetness, off.
Please, go about your business.
It
We've
kind
no
of
need
looks
for
like
wizards in our midst. Morthal has enough problems as it
it's
is.
got to be brows.
It's no use. Let's get back to it then.
Wet plastic. Yeah, I know Fubar. Just recently started playing Ultimate Skyrim. Love it. Thank you, Nookie Ninja, for the kind words. All right, here. Let's check out ENB lights, and let's set game hour to 18. That's pretty dark. 19. 20. There we go. Now we're getting here. getting somewhere. That's like an E and B light, right? Torches as well. Oh god, I hate this fog thing. Ooh. There we go. These are what E and B lights look like. That's pretty nice, right? You got Nernroot down there. It actually glows. Turn it off. Does not anymore. Turn it on. Ooh. Ah. Let's go one step more. Let's go. We're going to set the game hour to 0. Oh. Did he just put the torch down so it wouldn't be like in my face or something? What the fuck? What the fuck is that all about? I've never seen that before. Wild. Bro, I'll follow you. I feel like we always end up here one way or the another. So the torch gets put down. I've never noticed it before. Yeah, you're right. You know what? It could be that the minimum NPC greeting distance or something. I mean, I can't tell if it's on purpose or if it's supposed to be weird. I don't think I have. Oh my god. Thank you for the, what's it called? The gift sub. I'm your Greg. Oh, oh my god. Is that a fucking old Greg reference? It just occurred to me that it might be. I don't even know if I have realistic torches installed, so I don't know what that would be. Here you go, E and B lights. Here goes a deer. See ya. This is what the swamp looks like at night, if you guys are curious. Beautiful. Well, I don't know what could be doing that. It'd be fun to find out. Or totally not fun at all to find out. Just your old Grunescape name. My brain's falling apart. Oh my god, is it already 2:55? Jeez. Okay, well, I'm going to quit this. And I'm going to turn off... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn off the eyeballs. The eyeball enhancements. And we're going to see what it looks like when we do that. What if we leave the realism cube map and then we fire it back up again? So this is gonna do it for me pretty quick here, y'all. Excuse me while I apologize. If you have any questions for me, please lay them on me while I'm here. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful Halloween. And I hope you stick around. We'll see who we can raid. Usually George of Zero Period Productions is online. Maybe some other people too. Never know. Ow. Thank you, Connor. Oh, sleepy today. Ah. I haven't been sleeping tremendously well lately. I've been getting the hours in, more or less. I love those emotes. Thank you, Sir Donkey. I've been having nightmares. Like, just not... Like, I had a nightmare the other day that was, like, so... I have very vivid dreams sometimes. I had one the other day that was, like, terrifying. It was as if I was in a PS1 era, like, survival horror game. Complete with... You know what it was kind of like? Is, you guys ever play, is it Nightmare Creatures? The one that came out for, like, PS1 and Dreamcast. Am I remembering that correctly? I remember distinctly thinking about that game when I woke up. You read the Lusty Argonian play that you can find around Skyrim. 5 books to it in total. I know the Lusty Argonian made, and I know that there's a sequel in Skyrim. I didn't know there were 5. Dylan got sucked into the original Doom. It wasn't... That would have been more like high octane, you know what I mean? And that would have been like... at least in Doom I have like a gun and stuff. I guess assuming I'm Doom guy. Maybe if I'm just like a rando, not so much. But in this dream, it was very much just like I'm in a city and it's been, you know, Raccoon City style donked, and it was worse though than just zombies. It was like full on fucking Cronenberg monsters. Okay, now we're gonna make a new. Nope. New. Alright, we'll see here. What happens? What happens? Successfully bashing with either a shield or a weapon will always stagger an opponent. Fun fact. I also don't know if that's true. It's not in Requiem. Not for every opponent. Look at that. Fog. Can I please... Is that... Oh, I guess it is 90. CRB rat batch to get rid of that pop-up. Oh, that would be beautiful, Barian. I was not looking forward to having to do that. Same. I mean, I'm trying to get rid of fucking MCM customization in general, and maybe we'll go with template saves. We have to, I don't know. I gotta figure out what the hell I'm gonna do there. Pop-up doesn't even say what it's from. Did it not? Yeah, it did. I thought it's a cold region behavior applied, right? Oh, wow. It's foggy in here, too. Yo, BB, what's the last time you've done all the Skyrim bosses? If you're talking about organically... Oh, no, see, it's still shitty. Organically, then never. I've never organically beaten the game on my own. I've never organically beaten Dawnguard or Dragonborn either. Okay, well, how about this then? Wait. What if we remove that? And now we do these. Bye, Finn. Created a bunch of default setting mods, no MCM. Right. Now trying to update those, allow use of any for the defaults. Using any to specify the defaults in the MCM. That's very kind of you, Barian, because obviously it's a huge problem. We, like, on the old version, we, like, set a bunch of globals and stuff as much as we could so that settings are correct by default. There's obviously some mods that will run scripts on startup that will override whatever the default global settings you set are in like a plugin. Yield MCM is promising, but I don't know how extensive it is. Yeah, motions. That's exactly how I am. For whatever it's worth, I probably have... We did the math one time, like last week. Oh, this has not been updated in a while either. I'm probably just shy of like 10,000 hours modding Skyrim, and I've never beaten it, so you're in company. People keep local variable copies of the globals in their MCM scripts. You have to basically replace their entire MCM script to set the defaults. Yep, and that we're worried about that too, because then the maintenance cost, you know what I mean? Like, anytime that a mod updates, having to go back through and compare whatever changes you made to the script and just keep documentation on like the changes that you made, it's such a pain in the butt. I would be very, very happy if there was a bona fide solution. So far, honestly, the best solution, the most comprehensive solution that we managed to find was template saves, right? Where we essentially set all the settings and then just provide the save itself. But there's obvious drawbacks to that as well. There's a bunch of stuff baked into the game on game start that like wouldn't be randomized the way it's supposed to be, and some other shit. Unfortunately. Whoa. Wait, why can't I move this man around? Where's my mouse at? Am I not in the sky? What the heck? I want to rotate this Argonian. Game won't even let me rotate an Argonian. What the heck? Violet, that's closer than I've been. I swear the furthest I've ever gotten, like on my own, is like when you go to Sovngarde for the first time. Ooh. Yep. Now let's see. Nope. See these eyeballs. Do I have cataracts? They're still a little bright, but it's better. Eye color. Whoa. Yeah, this is a lot better, I would say. I'll play around with it some more. It's very vivid. Something about that cube map is really just making it poopy. I like the reflections, though. What do you guys think? That could just kind of be the EMB as well. Oh, no, not really. It's like that's a normal human eye color. Never did the Dark Brotherhood, not a fan of killing NPCs. I feel you. The Beast Race hair that created a boatload more options. Now they're working on new beards. Oh, nice. I love it. Oh, these scars look good. I like the scars. Alright, well, this is pretty good. As far as eyes. Like I said, I'll play with it a bit more to see kind of what the dealio is, but I like these ones. Oh, God. Bloodshot eyes. Some brown ones. Beautiful. The eyes of beauty. You can make a guy who's got purple eyes, or... Ooh, look at this one. Oh my god. I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong. Okay. Well, with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me. Yeah, you're right, Ginger Trash Panda. It's, who knows? Maybe it's a bit much. We'll figure it out. Thank you guys for joining me as always. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a good time. I will be back next week at the same time. With more updates for you. I'll be working on Ultimate Skyrim. I hope you all have a wonderful Halloween. Please stay safe. If you're going to a party of some kind, and please make sure you are washing your hands and whatnot. And I don't know how parties are happening these days. Maybe they're all at a park or something where you can stay far away from everyone. But you guys know what the deal is. You've been doing this for 9 months like the rest of us. So just please take care of yourselves and stay safe. And I will see you in the next one. You guys ready to raid our boy, George? Let's do it. Raid 0 period productions. This channel is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you all for joining me. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
I don't like